and welcome back to another video. Apologies, it's been a little while since my last video. So I have moved house again. Some of you will know I've moved a few times. This is my fourth move in 12 months and I'll be staying here a while. I know I said that with the last place, but circumstances in life can just change. So I'm hoping where I am is set in stone for at least another year, maybe longer. Yes, we're back to another video. I'm currently in a location which I've been exploring recently. It's a stunning forest. I won't reveal too much because I do want to protect it a little bit and not have flood the masses here, and just get some unique compositions. And then over the next few days I'm going on a trip to Linton, which is Valley of the Rocks, where I'll be testing out some new kit that I've got. So let's hit the road, let's see what we can find. I've had my healthy breakfast of a hot chocolate and a cream egg. I'm not addicted to those, I promise. But you know, I think they've kick-started Easter early and they've released cream eggs and I'm a sucker for them. But anyway, this video is not about cream eggs. This video is about landscape photography. So let's hit the road. So we're going to do two images, one polarized and one unpolarized. So just to show the genuinity of these images and a difference that you can see immediately on the back of the camera, this is the unpolarized image and this is the polarized image, and you can just see the difference. The same settings, the only difference is that this is the true color NISI polarized image and this is the base image with no polarization, and the difference is just incredible. Let me talk to you about this new bit of kit that I've got. So I was contacted by NISI. I think they saw my last few videos where I was looking for recommendations for filters. I wasn't sure what filter to go for. I was between Lee, Breakthrough, NISI and Case filters. So they were the four that I'd rounded down to be really good quality filters. And then a few days later I had an email from a company or a sort of marketing team, part of NISI, and said they would be willing to send me some filters. Photography is an expensive hobby, so if a company that has quality filters is going to get in touch, of course it's something relevant for the channel, something useful that will improve my photography. And this tree is the perfect example to show the difference. Now I've come to this little forest where there are think they're like curly oaks. I'm not sure what type of tree it is, but I think it's a curly oak. You've got this tall centre column of the tree, and then it spindles out at the top. I've got a tree friend who I need to get in touch with her and pick her brains about the different species that I'm coming across. But this one has beautiful golden caramel leaves at the base of the tree, and you have this greenness around it, and it's isolated because there's a separation to the background. The sky isn't too bright. It's all perfect conditions. So I'm going to take 2 photos, and to have this, which is one of the top leading filters on the market that has, I think they're one of the first to have true colour neutralization with the colour that you're getting through the polarizer. So it's great to just to have one. I'm really grateful. So let's talk you through my composition, spin you guys around. So this tree here, there we are, this tree here, you've got this centre bit which is all those colours that I told you about, really rich, and then behind you've got the green, you've got this kind of mauvey brown in the foreground. I'm not sure if I'll crop into just the centre or if I'll include more of the tree, I'm not sure. But I'm going to put the 2 images on the screen and let me know which you prefer, and if you can see a difference. I mean, I personally found that Polariser takes the glare off the reflection of the trees and enhances the colour, makes it more rich. But leave a comment in the comments below. I was going to say in the description. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Bird song. Doesn't it just sound incredible? I've seen some really cool ones. I'm going to walk and talk with you. Feels good to film. This short break is no reflection that I'm not filming anymore. It's just more I've had a bit of a break just to move. When your whole life is uprooted and everything's in boxes, it's just hard to vlog, let alone even sort of do my other jobs. Oh, it feels good. It feels so good to be settled. I found somewhere that I'm really, really happy. Yeah, I can't even explain how much of a difference that makes, especially for your creative energy. So I feel ready to create. I've got a nice desk that I picked up yesterday. It's going to be a little area so I can record music. I want to learn some instruments. I just really want to make this channel something really immersive and creative and spiritual, and I know some of you aren't into that, but if you're into photography then you're into nature, and if you're into nature then you have some kind of connection or affiliation with the landscape that you're in. And that's a little bit touching on some of the key points I talked about before, where if you want good photography you're going to have to let that guard down and open your mind to connecting with your landscape. You know, where you are, what does it feel like, what does it sound like, how does it make you feel? Every place is different, and this is a new location, so I haven't scouted this one out yet. This is purely, I've arrived, I've seen these cool trees with their colours and the orange. Well, it's just caught my attention, so let the journey continue. Let's keep going and see if there are any more compositions left for me today. I think the only way you get good at something is if you practice and practice. I have another lone tree. Can you tell I'm justifying it? I'm in this stunning forest where there is these brown caramel leaves of this tiny little sapling. And I've seen this tree before in the winter, and it's the only tree that seems to have autumnal leaves in the winter. So I've got my Polariser on. It has a nifty little cover, which I really like because you can keep it in your bag with the cover on, not have to constantly change if you're only moving sort of a few feet for your next image. So let's frame this one up and I'll talk you through the settings. Hiya. It's alright. Hi. Hello. Hello. Now, on the left hand side, I'll show you have this evergreen tree here, which is really, really stunning. And then you've got the composition balanced with the sort of the golden tree on the right hand side. Now, I do like lone trees, as you know, but it's also good to change it up a bit, and rather than have your center focus being the lone tree, it's quite nice to have something else in the image just to have a bit of a juxtaposition. The evergreen highlights the difference here of the two trees, and it's a new textures, colours, it's something, a point of interest. The main subject is the lone tree, but having other things to kind of balance the image is always a good thing as well. Now, settings wise, so we're 2 seconds. I was 1.6. I think the light's sort of getting a little bit darker, or where I've moved to in the forest it's a little bit darker. So I'm now at 2 seconds. F11, ISO I think is 100. So it's as easy as that, as I'd like to say, but it's just about finding the location, the right location. Explore where you are, get to the forests. Wherever there's a public forest, you'll find these trees. So I'm going to take a few more images, pop them on the screen, and let me know what you think of the composition with this tree next to an evergreen tree. I really love this little tree which is in between these evergreens. You can just see it kind of cocooned in and amongst these tall, big curly oaks, I don't know. This is my next composition. Reason being is because you've got these evergreens surrounding it, which are like a teal green, and then you've got this mossy green, and then the vibrancy of those orange leaves is just beautiful. The challenge is setting up a composition that works and is different, because obviously we have the same composition here on the last image. It's the same, but we want it to be something different, and for also to tell a bit of a story. So let's get to work on this image.
Like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. Times I've stranded, a castaway, and I'm not sure. Although a stranger in this continent, I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom, always in bloom for you.
I really like this composition, and this is a great example to show you how similar subjects, but you can make it different. Now, so I'm set up here, and behind me is my composition. So just to bring you guys around and show you what I'm talking about. You have this tree here, center, and what I've done is I started on this side and I walked along and walked all the way across facing my subject just to see how the trees align. Now, I have approached from this side looking at the tree, and the composition that side is very different to what I'm looking at now, where you have a lot more separation. So just talking you through what we've got. You've got a tree on the far left here, tree and a tree, and all of them is a collection together with the main subject in the centre. So it is quite rare to find that, and the trick for this particular composition is to walk across with the subject in front of you, move left and move right, really give yourself enough distance to frame up mentally your image and see how you want the composition to come together. So settings wise, I've taken a couple of test photos, and I'm using the Polariser on the front again. So that's the NISI True Colour Polariser, who is obviously the sponsor of this video. And I have set up for 2 seconds, f11 and ISO 100. Nothing has changed with the light. The light has stayed pretty consistent today, and that really does help because it hasn't made it very challenging in any way. Moving in between compositions, I haven't had to change too much or use too much kit other than the camera and the polarizer. So let's take this image. Let me know what you think about this one, and also I want to show you the difference between taking two images, same style, the same components, but just a different composition. So you can keep your photography fresh, interesting, and there are different ways to tell a story with an image, and hopefully you can see that in this one now. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'm going to finish here because I'm heading off to Linton. I'm going to pack, do a separate video for there. Linton is in Devon, and there's a place called Valley of the Rocks, and I can't wait to test out and try some of the filters that I have, head to the beach and do some seaside photography, something a little different. I've been spending a lot of time in forests, which I love, but I also want to push myself, and I want to do some different type of photography to keep things different, varied and interesting, and also challenge myself. So I'm heading to Linton, going to do some seaside photography, so join me next week for a seaside magical escape. Thank you very much for joining me, and for all of those that have supported my channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I think that's everything. Only thing to mention is that this video is obviously a paid sponsorship video by NISI, who have sent me filters and have supported this video. So thank you very much for all of your support, NISI, and any of those of you who are looking for filters. I hope you found this video useful. If the Polariser with True Colour is something that is useful to you, then please go and have a little look at their stuff. I'm very happy, and I'm sure you will be too. Thank you very much. See you guys in next week's video. Take care.